Hi guys, it's your old Doomudgeon here on January 9th, 2013, and I just had the unpleasant experience of watching some horseshit video right here on YouTube titled High Drama Honeymoon Hostage Situation, which was one of these, these over-the-top, overproduced Hollywood real-life crime dramas. The only reason I even wasted 30 minutes of my life watching this is because it took place in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. Vilcabamba, Ecuador, which you may or may not know is one of these little Bliss Ninnies spiritual centers down there in Ecuador, where these head up their ass little Bliss Ninnies think they're going to go down to Ecuador, whether it be for a weekend or a lifetime, and like find some little sort of spiritual nirvana where all is bliss and everything. Well, this guys, I just had to love it. So this was the story. I'll put a link on it here where you should go see it, where these two newlyweds from Canada, these two little spiritual Bliss Ninny newlyweds from Canada, go down there to Vilcabamba, Ecuador. I shudder to think what sort of little Bliss Ninny bullshit ceremonies they went through while they were down there. But one thing they decided to do was take a hike up to the top of this local mountain. I have been here myself. I know Vilcabamba well. I speak from experience, not so much as a head up my ass Bliss Ninny, but I once suffered some delusion that I was going to live in Ecuador or Peru on the east side of the Andes and escape the horse shit out there on this planet. My God, I should have listened to Alex Jones. Anyway, so these guys go out hiking up this mountain, this popular tourist trail, and you can fill in the blanks here. Here's the three masked gunmen come and rob them and threaten the girl's life, and all of this drama goes off in these in these little Bliss Ninnies' lives. This wake-up call. And it ought to be a goddamn wake-up call to any of you other little Bliss Ninnies thinking of heading down there to Latin America. I'm getting a call on my computer here. Any of you Bliss Ninnies thinking you're going down there to Latin America? To find bliss? Well, this should be a cautionary tale to you. You will find exactly the goddamn bliss waiting for you in Latin America. You're going to get blissed upside the head with a machete. With these lovable Bliss Ninnies down there in Latin America, and I love it here that one of the guys that was one of these machete wielding robbers, potential murderers, no doubt rapists. I fully expect that this woman was actually gang raped by these three fuckers, although it didn't go there in the story. That's just a wild guess on my part. I love it that one of the guys actually had a yin-yang tattoo on his arm. One of these thugs, one of these armed thugs preying on Bliss Ninnies actually had a Bliss Ninny tattoo on his very arm. So guys, I probably would have let this go, this rant go, if I hadn't suffered through to the end of this 32 minutes, and for some reason I stuck with it. And the real kicker to this whole thing comes in the last few minutes. The whole punchline of this whole story is, so the cops go and they find the guys who did this. At least by the guy's little Bliss Ninny a little yin-yang tattoo, the cops know who the guy is. So they arrest the guy. And guess what? Guess what? These little Bliss Ninnies, this woman, I mean, you should see, good God, you have to watch the thing yourself, see what kind of shape it's in. They declined to press charges against this slime bag. They declined to press charges, and I guess to forgive him for his crimes. And so I'll just the old doomudgeon could not resist commenting on this, and here is my comment to these little Bliss Ninnies for letting this fucker go. Congratulations, you stupid cunt. You just gave these 3 slime bags license to rob, rape, and murder a bunch of other stupid fucking Bliss Ninnies such as yourself. I hope this is a lesson to all you other head-up-your-ass gringos that you're not going to find some spiritual nirvana in Ecuador or anywhere else in Latin America. More likely, you're going to get your lily white, honky ass killed. And so thank you very much. So these little Bliss Ninny gringos, and Canadians are gringos as much as we are, have given a license to kill to these fucking slime bags. I hope they're proud. I hope the next people who are victimized by this son of a bitch send out a big thank you note to these fucking idiots. And, you know, it's no surprise, as I say, I'll put a link to that. And then as long as I'm putting a link to that, let me put a link to this article that came out. This was from Peru, where I have land on the east side of the Andes. I left Peru after I got a little love note attached to this robber who kicked in my door, lightened my load by about $700 and my camera and other stuff. He left me a little love note like, gringo, if you know what it was good for you, you'll get your fucking lily ass, white ass out of Peru. And I took his advice. I go down to the police station. I take the note from this thug who just robbed me down there in Peru and hand it to the cops. And here is the Peruvian cop's advice to me. He pulls out, he takes the pistol out of his own holster, hands it over to me, gives me his pistol and says, "Here's my advice to you, gringo. Is to buy a fucking gun. If you think you're going to come down here and just set up shop on the east slope of the Andes, here is your wake-up call." And so here you go, right from a town that I have been to several times in Peru. Gee, where have we heard of this? A group of American tourists were brutally attacked and robbed by several residents of the community of Palca, blah, blah, blah. According to the victim, the group was savagely beaten on December 29th. She writes how she, her brother, and sister-in-law were camping when a group of villagers asked them for documentation, proceeded to throw stones, physically beat the shit out of them. Quote, "We were whipped and beaten for a few hours in between sessions of interrogation, blah, blah, blah." You know, and so the guy, here's a Peruvian commenting on this story. "I've just read about your sad history. I'm from Peru, and Peru is not a safe place to go off the tourist trail. I'm so sorry you didn't know that. Currently, we have social uprisings in places, and there are many places even local Peruvians would never dare to go." Do you get it, people? Do you get it? It took me 4 years to pull my head out of my ass. About all those little Bliss Ninnies running around on the east slope of the Andes Mountains. Of course, I had pissed away $13,000 of my damn money, into that shithole called Peru. I spent 2 years in Ecuador and 2 years in Peru. Unbelievably, I personally was never robbed in Ecuador, amazingly enough. That I was never robbed down there. I don't know what lucky stars I have to thank for that. But guys, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a fucking Bliss Ninny or you understand that your honky ass is on the menu down there. And if on any level you are thinking of moving to Latin America to escape the bullshit going on in this country, you better listen to that Kool-Aid drinker Alex Jones, who I wish I had listened to, who said there is no place left to go to escape the shit that's coming down on this in this country and on this planet. Which is why I choose to live right here in the salvage economy of South Austin, Texas, as this whole fucking planet goes to hell in a handbasket from Vilcabamba, Ecuador, right here to South Austin, Texas. And I'm just going to duke it out right here in Texas, in Alex Jones's hometown. And I think I've made my point. Bye, guys.